Hi, I'm Melinda Goodwin. I'm a real estate agent here in St. George, Utah, as well as a luxury real estate advisor. I do daily videos on YouTube to teach real estate agents how to market their hard to sell listings and their luxury listings. The purpose of these videos is to, one, get those listings sold, two, double side because I'm actually teaching you how to find the buyer, and three, get more listings. I like listings. I'm sure you do too. Okay, it's a new year, and I cannot tell you, every time you turn on the TV, the radio, anything, you're hearing, what's your New Year's resolution? What's your business plans? What's your this, what's your that, what's your this, what's your that? And I'm going to be honest with you, for the last 4 years, when I sit down to do my business plans in real estate, it really was just about my goals as far as how many houses I wanted to sell, how many houses I wanted to list. I had no idea that it was so much more than that, right? They'd set me down with a list of goals, and you could do monthly, and then you take it from monthly to weekly, from weekly to daily, and this was your daily activity, which is absolutely great because it actually put a plan of action that I could do daily with the idea that I would make that yearly goal at the end, and it broke it down that far, but it was really only about how many listings or how many sales. As I started doing marketing, I realized there's an expense to this, right? It's not just about calling cold calls 100 a day. There's an expense to it. What if I do get that listing? Where do I go with that? And how do I market that? And door knocking. It's not just about knocking on the door empty-handed, right? So when you're doing your yearly goals, you really have to look at all aspects, not just, boy, I want to make $100,000 this year. Or wouldn't it be nice to make $500,000 this year? Yeah, that would be nice. But then I'm just going to sit home, right? It's not the same thing. So I really need you to understand that when you're doing your yearly plan, it needs to be more detailed than that. So let's look at this. Traditional sales is determining sales goals. Okay, so I want to sell a house a month. I'm going to make it very, very simple. At the beginning, no way. I was all into selling 6 houses a month. And then I realized as I was doing research that the average real estate agent here in St. George makes $18,000 a year. $18,000 a year, and that is considered success. So it really became unrealistic for me to say 6 houses a month. That was unrealistic. That was blowing it way out of proportion. Holy cow, right? Would I be willing to do that? Absolutely. But I'm going to be realistic. I want to be realistic because I want to feel like I'm a success. So I'm going to say a house a month. That's 12 houses a year. Average house sales here are $300,000. Okay, so $300,000, my commission on that, I'm just throwing out numbers because, you know, I'm trying to make it as simple as can be. If I one-sided it, $9,000 a month. Okay, that's not taking out my brokerage fees and everything else. I'm just trying to make it as simple as I can. $9,000 a month. $9,000 a month times 12 houses. $108,000. Not a bad year. I can do that. You know, that's going to get me a little bit of Botox. I'm happy. Okay, so now I'm looking at, great. So I put that on my planners, and there I go, right? But then they always reverse engineer it on how many people. If you contact 100 people, 10 people are going to call you back. Out of that 10 people, 1 person's going to list with you. I mean, there's all those formulas that you should definitely take into account. Absolutely. But now I have to look at my expenses. Oh, ooh, did we forget? You know, it's not about just making that final dollar. It's about looking at my expenses as well. So now I'm going to say, okay, my expenses are determined on the size of my farm, right? How big is my farm? Let's say I want to send out 5,000 postcards a month. May it be just listed, just sold, or the secret to selling your lot, or, you know, whatever marketing campaign I've decided. I'm going to do 5,000 postcards a month. That's $400. If my farm is bigger than that and I need to do 10,000 postcards a month, that's 800 bucks. Okay, so now we are at 108. Let's say I just want to do the 400 because my farm isn't that big. I'm looking at $4,800 in postcards. That's printing and mailing because we have a great mailing system here in St. George. Okay, so then door knocking, right? I want to do 400 houses a month. That's 20 houses a day times 5 days for an entire month. 20 days for the whole month. It's 400, and I want to give gifts out. But let's say my gifts are super inexpensive, right? I'm going to give out my selling secret book, or I'm going to give out the Engel and Volkers magazines, or I'm going to give out a newsletter, or I'm going to give out pens and notepads, or whatever I decide I'm going to give, because we don't just door knock empty-handed. It's for a purpose. So I'm going to say there's $4,800 in the gifts per year. So now I'm up to $9,600. Okay, so right now I just sold a house for marketing. So now I got to increase my house sales up to 13 because that so far costs me marketing, right? Okay, so now I'm going to do social media. And let's say I do $100 a month on my social media ads, like my Facebook ads, everything else. That's $4,800 a year. Okay. And then my videos. If I have a listing and I want to do a great video that's all professional, I get a super good deal at $600 a video. I mean, most videos are around $2,000 to $3,000. I have the TV station at my fingertips, and so they do a really good job for me. So that's $600 a month. I'm doing one house a month, remember? So now I'm up to so just the videos at one house a month is $7,200, right? And then my professional pictures, my pictures are about $150 a month because I'm only doing 12, that's $1,800. So they're already, just on my marketing expenses, I am spending about $23,000, $24,000. That's 3 more listings. So that either goes out of that 108 at the end, and am I happy with that? Okay, yeah, I'm happy with that. $70,000 this year, no big deal. I can live on that. Or do I have to increase my sales in order to make that? Does that make sense? I hope that you understand there's expenses to this. This isn't counting your gas and your car maintenance and your time and all that. This is just marketing. This is marketing, simple, easy, cheap marketing that's going to go into what your yearly goals are. So when you're sitting down, please, please, please take heed. It is not about just the amount of numbers and transactions you do. It's about expenses as well. And I think that will give you more of a realistic idea, and you'll be able to know that you're actively every month got money to spend in marketing, because now you're marketing your business, and that makes you feel like you're doing something other than sitting on the couch waiting for somebody to call you to be their real estate agent. Pretty simple, but things that most people don't take in consideration. So next time, tomorrow, we're going to talk about how to get some of your marketing for free and get other people to help you out with that expense, because anybody likes help, right? I like help. So we'll see you tomorrow.